Finally, the Department of Justice is now investigating the rent prices. And for you landlords, your days of price gouging are over. Now, shout out to Uprise, Rhode Island, because they published a story about how the FBI had raided an office in Atlanta called Cortland Management because of price fixing for rent. Now, the Department of Justice had launched this investigation and then issued out a limited subpoena in order to grab some information about how this property management company by the name of Cortland Management had been fixing the rent prices since 2016. Now, the story actually entails this software called RealPage, and it's a software that is sold to landlords who own like large properties in order to tell them how to determine rent rates. And that's normally fine, except RealPages covers about 60 to 80% of all rental properties across the United States. Now, according to Uprise, the scheme allegedly works by encouraging landlords to adopt the software RealPages pricing recommendations. Most landlords do about 80 or 90% of the time. This coordinated effort amongst landlords to follow the software's suggested drive up rental prices by reducing the availability of units. The goal is to prevent landlords from undervaluing their properties, thereby ensuring higher rents nationwide. So let me break the scheme down to you. So say a landlord has 100 units and the price is fixed at $1,200 a month per unit. Let's just say they're all 2-bedroom units. Now, the landlord goes and gets that RealPages software and it says increase the rent to $1,500 and then make only 20 of those units available, even though the landlord would still have 80 more units to rent. So now me, the consumer, is going to the landlord's property management website and I'm seeing these apartments that are nice, but they're not available. So then I rent, but 19 other people rent. Now, the landlord is making $1,500 a unit for only the 20 units he had available. And then he can slowly start opening up more units at that fixed rate. And now, let's say another landlord who owned a property next to my landlord, he sees those rates and then he does the same. There you have an inflation of rent vis-a-vis a domino effect. Now, the reason why the Department of Justice was so interested in this RealPages software is because that although rent prices were surging in 2016, they were noticing that there was an increased vacancy rate. So they were noticing that there were a lot more available apartments for what landlords were charging, which doesn't make any sense because if you have more vacancies, i.e., the rent should be coming down. So why was the rent increasing about 80% since 2016? Because of RealPages. Now, the investigation started off as a civil probe, and now it's starting to look criminal. Remember, RealPages is the largest rental suggestion software in the nation. In the nation. So if all of our landlords are using the same software to suggest rent prices, then we got a problem. Because there's got to be a reason why the rent was so high. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this story. And as soon as the Department of Justice launches their first press conference about it, I'll keep you guys posted.
Sis, tell me why rent is higher than my self-esteem after a fresh install. Like, why is a 1-bedroom going for more than a whole mortgage? Here's the tea. The rental market isn't broken. It's been hijacked by corporations, greed, and bad policy. And I'm about to tell you exactly who's behind it. Let's get into it. You think your rent going up is just inflation? Nah, it's corporate landlords, baby. Companies like Blackstone, Invitation Homes, and Progress Residential are out here buying up whole neighborhoods and charging premium rent for basic living. In some cities, institutional investors own up to 30% of the rental stock. That means no competition, no mercy, no rent caps, just vibes and eviction notices. In Atlanta, rents are up 30% since 2020. In Phoenix, they're up 41%. And don't even get me started on Miami. It's giving live in your car with Wi-Fi. They keep telling us to just work harder, but how you gonna save for a house when rent eats 60% of your check? The National Low Income Housing Coalition says you need to make $28 an hour to afford a basic 2-bedroom in most cities. Meanwhile, minimum wage is still sitting cute at $7.25, like we live in 2003. The system ain't broken. It's doing exactly what it was built to do. Keep you renting, keep you broke, and keep you dependent. Let's talk about the Airbnb effect. You used to be able to rent an apartment. Now it's a weekend retreat for bachelorette brunches and crypto bros. In cities like New Orleans, Austin, and Los Angeles, Airbnb listings outnumber available long-term rentals. Local families are getting pushed out so out-of-towners can sip mimosas in your grandma's old duplex. And evictions, they're rising again fast. Post-COVID, protections are gone. Rent hikes are here to stay. People are being priced out of their own zip codes. Now, you might be asking, where the hell is the help? Rent control. Most states don't have it. Housing vouchers. The wait list is like Beyonce tickets, years long. And affordable housing, they building it slower than my last situationship progressed. Instead of a real solutions, they hand out band-aids on bullet wounds, temporary relief, pilot programs. Meanwhile, people are sleeping in their cars with 2 jobs and still can't get approved for a studio. Let's be real. One YouTube video isn't gonna fix the housing crisis, but knowledge, that's power. Support tenant unions in your area. Vote for local policies that cap rent hikes and block corporate buyouts. If you're in a major city, get involved with your community board. And if you're lucky enough to own property, don't be greedy, be the landlord that you wish you had. Rent is no longer about a roof, it's about control. It's about survival, and the more we know, the less power they have over us. Now tell me, has your rent gone up? Are you struggling to find a decent place that doesn't rob you blind? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear your story. And if you vibing with this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on that bell. This is unapologetically my opinion, and I'm going to keep telling the truth, even if your landlord don't like it. Bye.
Who in charge of the rent prices? But I know you see them down here finessing the shit out of us. Cause ain't no way rent either $1,500 or $2,000 plus out here in Chicago. Anything under that $1,500, get used to gunshots every night. They increasing our rent every time we renew our lease. And ain't changing shit about the apartment. Apartment getting worse than worse by the year. There definitely need to be some requirements to this shit. Cause they should not be renting apartments with appliances from 1985. How y'all out here trying to rent out apartments with pink tubs and stick and peel flooring? Talking about we need to make 3 times the rent for what? Our parents was paying $400 or $500 for these ran down ass apartments, and they was in way better shape. Got different flooring in every room. Shit tacky as hell. Yes, we been noticing y'all been painting over those electric plugs, light switches. We been stopped caring. We need somewhere to stay.
I lost everything. I was out of a job for 4 months. Barely got a part-time job. That's not enough to pay for the car payment that I have coming up. I lost. I don't know. I don't know how you guys all make money online. I don't know how you guys... I tried. Car's going to get repossessed. Where am I going to work? Where am I going to live? How am I going to get to work? I don't know. But, goddamn. That's it, TikTok. I give up. Life, you won. You beat me up. I don't even fucking cry and post the shit because that's some fucking weak ass shit. But damn. I don't know. I've lost. That's it.
What in the actual fuck is going on out here in Cali, man? Last year my rent was $925. I just opened up this letter and it says your new rent amount is $2,300 starting on the 1st. No upgrades, no renovations. They didn't even add a fucking washer and a dryer. This is crazy, man. I mean, is everybody else dealing with this?
I feel like the only reason that y'all think a 1-bedroom for $1,400 is okay, yes, because y'all are from big cities and big states that a 1-bedroom is $2,200 to $3,000. The reason that y'all think that $1,400 rent is okay is because y'all got got. Y'all got got. Y'all got got by inflation. Y'all got got by the economy. Y'all got got by the government. Y'all succumbed to the peer pressure that they put on us making us feel like that $1,400 is good. Like, you feel me? It's not 10 years ago no more, but 10 years ago was literally 2015, 16. That felt like yesterday. It was 2-bedroom apartments, 1,100 square feet for $900. 1,100 square feet for $900 to $1,000. And you think I'm gonna be happy because the world is shit now and a 1-bedroom is $1,400? Oh, let me take it. What? Man, if I can't find nothing for $900, I guess I'm gonna be living with my mama for the rest of my life. It is.
Listen, and that is honestly that's the way to go.
I feel like the only reason that y'all think a 1-bedroom for $1,400 is okay, yes, because y'all are from big cities and big states that a 1-bedroom is $2,200 to $3,000. The reason that y'all think that $1,400 rent is okay is because y'all got got. Y'all got got by inflation. Y'all got by the economy. Y'all got by the government. Y'all succumbed to the peer pressure that they put on us, making us feel like that $1,400 is good. Like, you feel me? It's not 10 years ago no more, but 10 years ago was literally 2015, 16. That felt like yesterday. It was 2-bedroom apartments, 1,100 square feet for $900. 1,100 square feet for $900 to $1,000. And you think I'm gonna be happy because the world is shit now and a 1-bedroom is $1,400? Oh, let me take it. What? Man, if I can't find nothing for $900, I guess I'm gonna be living with my mama for the rest of my life. It is what it is.
Why does rent have to go up every year, but my salary doesn't? Sad face. That's really disappointing. So if we look back to 1995 to now, the percentage increase is almost 100% increase in the amount of rent people are paying. But income doesn't increase as quickly. Of course, rents increase with inflation, but this is more than that. A lot of the low-cost units are disappearing from the market because they have transitioned to luxury housing. Landlords are charging more and more based on upgrades they've made, or they've transitioned to for sale homes. There's also been an increase in what's called institutional investment. These are corporations buying up homes and also multifamily residential buildings to rent them out to make a profit. In 2001, only about 18% of rental units were owned by corporations. Today, that's about 50%. So it's really likely that you're paying your rent to a corporate landlord.
$2,000 a month, and my rent is $1,660.
Sadly, this is getting to be the story of pretty much everybody out there. I haven't rented since I was in my 20s, so I've been out of the housing market forever on this shit. But I tried to help my niece get a place about 6-8 months ago, something like that. And she was telling me everything she found was $1,900, $2,300, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, sweetheart, you just let me look for you. There's something out there, $500-600 a month that's decent. I'll find it. There's not. Like, how? I mean, why? Why did we get to this point? Why is just a decent place to sleep and cook and survive exist? Why is it $3,000, $4,000 a fucking month? I mean, it's ridiculous. Something's got to change. Otherwise, we're going to end up with half the country homeless.